Hello everyone, my name is Scott Taylor and I used to work in the pub and club security sector for about 26 years. And about 15 years ago, I wrote a collection of stories which I published on Kindle called Knuckle Dragger. And it was, reading it back, it's pretty cringeworthy now, but it was a collection of stories, funny things that happened during my time working in the pubs and clubs around Aberdeen City. I thought I'd share with you today one of those stories, not from the book, but another one that didn't quite make the cut, but I thought still was quite funny. Was a time many years ago working in a student pub midweek, and that was our busiest period. Monday to Friday was kind of students, and then weekends was your chaos of your regular clientele, but through the week, students getting student deals, student drinks, and, getting caught in flagranti up an alleyway somewhere. So this one particular evening, I was working in this club in a very busy street in Aberdeen, and very quiet night. I'm standing drinking coffee with my beautiful long black jacket and my flowing mane of blonde hair, and a man walks up to me from inside the bar, and the man, he looked like one of these men who, very sweaty, looked like one of these men who you would stereotypically think probably goes to bed at night with a stuffed pillow of a Japanese schoolgirl. Thick black framed glasses, kind of trench coat looking guy. One of those. And he hands me a handbag. And he says, "Oh, I found this handbag. It's been abandoned in the men's toilets. I can't find the owner. I thought I'd pass it on to you guys to see if you can find the owner." And, well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Do you want me to take a note of your details in case the owner, if we do find them, wants to give you a reward? No. He said, "It's fine." And with a strange smile on his face, kind of backed away slowly and left the pathway and took off up the road. So I had this kind of hefty purse in my hand now. I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to open it here. I'll take it inside. I'll grab the manageress. So there's a witness there as to, before we go inside the bag, to see what's in there. Looking for ID, because by the heft of this thing, there's clearly keys in there. There's probably a wallet, purse, whatever else, blah, blah. Hopefully some ID, and we'll find the person, get it back to them. So went into the bar, found the manageress, and along with her, went to her office to investigate the bag. She took the bag. I thought it'd maybe safer for her to look inside a handbag because there could be unmentionables in there that a man of my caliber shouldn't be seeing. So she set the bag down with a thump onto the desk, quite a meaty bag, and then cracks it open, and the smell instantly filled the room, and the manageress jumps up screaming and runs for the exit. I, of course, being nosy as to what's going on with this bag, go across to have a look inside and see what's in. And in the bag was probably the largest log of human jobby I've ever seen in my life. Just a big old ballistic missile of a thing, neatly, perfectly straight, but neatly in each, from end to end, is perfectly measured. Just jobby in this handbag, and it's raw. So now the dilemma is now the office is stinking out, there's a big jobby in the handbag, but you can see in there's also some keys, and there's also what looks like an ID, like a driving license, or beneath the head of said newborn. So we had to get a volunteer to get this jobby out of the handbag. I wasn't going to do it because it's a blooming jobby, I don't want to heave that out of a bag. So one of the barmen, after the story had gone round that there was a jobby in a handbag, had said, "Oh, I'm your man. I'm not fazed by this whatsoever." He went next door to the nearby kebab shop and borrowed a pair of tongs, big old pair of tongs, took the back into the bar, took the handbag, sealed it back up again into the communal toilet area, which by this point was pretty quiet. It wasn't a busy night by any means, quite a quiet spell. Opened the bag, tongs, and lifted out this giant, what looked like those artillery shells you get for mortars. Poof, away, a rusted artillery shell on this prongs now. And then stands over the toilet, the pan, probably too close for safety measures, and from height drops it into the pan. Now, the sound you get if you get a big cool rock, right, on top of a quarry, big old deep quarry, and there's water, stagnant water at the bottom of this quarry. and you heave said rock into the quarry, and it goes down, and you get that kind of bloomf sound as it hits, boom, as it hits the water. This was the same sound the rusted artillery shell hit the bloomf, but as it pierced the water, it wasn't quite a smooth transition. There was a displacement of water which came shooting back out the pan and struck the bequiffed barman's full in the face as he was leaning over, looking down into the pan to watch the descent of the artillery shell. He's now got about 1.5 litres of shatty water right between the eyes. Boosh! The hair's been pushed back like a beautiful, magnificent crest. He's now vomiting. He's now vomiting into the same toilet that's now fully clogged with this meaty sausage. There's vomit everywhere. So the moral of the story is, if you're ever checking a lost handbag, be sure and pinch your nose first. Cheerio.